Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the daily wrap for what was Friday, the 13th of September, 2024. And let me tell you, if ever that date meant something, it perfectly coincided with what happened today on stream. Allow me to explain. So today was a big day because number one, we were going to do a special appearance podcast instead of it being a normal level 1 podcast. It was going to be an interview with the King, the documentarian who had just done a documentary on me. I had questions for him regarding not only, my documentary, but just in general about him being a film or a documentarian, on YouTube and his history and all kinds of stuff. Plus, my viewers had great questions for him. Literally half an hour before this thing is going down, I'm testing on stream. I've got my camera on. Everything's working perfectly fine. No problems. All of a sudden, as the show is going live, I go to call Joon the King, and it says, sorry, Discord is all screwed up. It won't work. It's basically saying, sorry, error reported or something. I'm like, what? Error report? Like, what is going on? I've never had an issue with Discord. I've now done multiple appearances with Kino Casino. They were here, for the live react with Review Tech USA. I just did an interview with Keemstar and Craig. And how is this having problems now? Like, what changed? And the thing is, my PC would never update Discord, because my PC's outdated. There's no updates for it. It's going to stay the old version no matter what. So it makes absolutely no sense that this is all screwed up. And I'm trying everything, and I realized it wasn't like me trying to do a video call connect. If I just clicked on any private messages between me and any friends on my list, the whole thing would crash. So I said, well, it's got to be the app. Something went wrong. Let me actually use the browser version. The browser version did the same thing. Now, that makes no sense at all. It's not even the same. So you know what that means? It might be something on the Discord side. I'm not sure. But the weird part was, on my gaming PC, Discord was working fine. So what I had to do was on the fly, and it took me like 25 minutes, I had to shift over and run the entire Discord call from the gaming PC. Sadly, Joon the King couldn't see me. All right? He could still hear me perfectly fine, but he couldn't see me. The good news is I had me on one side with my webcam here, and he was on the other side. So it still was a good interview. If you want to see the interview, there's multiple ways to do so. Number one, the entire archive stream is live on this channel, unedited. So it'll have a little bit of build up where I hyped up the crowd, a little bit of the technical issues, then him coming on and us doing the interview, then the decompression after, and even then, an hour and a half of the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. So that's all one stream, live, archived right here on the channel if you want to watch it. But if you want to watch it in parts, for example, there's the half an hour build up, there's the actual interview, there's the decompression that lasted about an hour. And then there's the Marvel content. There's separate videos for that as well. I made a separate playlist on my channel for all of that content. So you can watch it whenever you want in the playlist in order. But YouTube's having weird problems where it will not allow me to update my homepage. So Discord's having issues today, and YouTube is having issues today, and I don't understand how to fix them. Like, I don't know what's going wrong that I can't put the playlist on my freaking main homepage. It literally won't let me. It's on there, but it's not visible. It's just invisible for some reason. And it's so bizarre. Like, I don't think my homepage updates at all right now. If I try, like if I go to customize channel, and I go to the tab where you can change all the stuff, which is, here it is, home tab, and I scroll down, all right, it shows that the Joon the King playlist is there. It literally shows it right now. But then when I go to the main channel page, it's not there. I mean, I can even like arrange these. Like, let's say I arrange this one down, and I arrange this one up, and then I hit publish. And it says changes are published. And I go back to the main page and I hit refresh. And normally this would be an instant thing. It literally would show up instantly for me here. And I scroll down and nothing's changed. So YouTube is having a bug on Friday the 13th where your homepage cannot be edited in any way. And this is so messed up. And then Discord is having issues today as well. Because, by the way, I actually found out that other people were having issues with Discord too. It wasn't just me. Like, they were saying the Lalcow live earlier was being broadcast, and they had to terminate their show basically because Discord was not working. Same thing that was happening to me. It was crashing for them too. And they didn't know what the hell was going on, so they had to quit out. So it seems like there's some crazy tech shit going on for Friday the 13th today. I don't know. The good news is the interview went down. It was a good interview. I would argue the first half of the interview was a little slow going, and here's why. Because basically it was me talking about my documentary. And honestly, I don't think Joon had a lot to say about it because it's already done. It's over with, right? He even admitted, like, one of the questions was, do you ever follow up with people after the documentary? Do you follow them? He's like, no, not really. Like, after the documentary's done, that's really it. Sometimes I'll follow up to see if there's additional information or developments. Like, he's done follow-up documentaries on Boogie and Wings before. But outside of that, he's like, no, not really. So I bet after he's done, with the documentary on me, he's like, I don't want to think about Phil. I'm on to the next 3 projects, right? So anyway, the first half wasn't that good, honestly. Like, I think the first 20 minutes, but then when I started to ask him about himself and his methodology and his thoughts on me and other things going on, we talked about some interesting stuff, like the possibility of another Mike Klum style documentary. What he thought about Wings of Redemption, which I found absolutely fascinating. And one of the best questions by far, does he feel that I deserve the level of hate and A-logging that people give me? Those were some fascinating answers. So what I've done, I've taken like those 3 questions and I split them up into separate highlights, and I will be uploading those tonight. You should be able to see them on the channel. I just don't know if the main channel page is going to update, because it's not. Like, the main channel page refuses to update right now. I don't know how to fix it because it just seems like it's a messed up thing coding on YouTube side, okay? But anyway, that was great. And then after that, like I said, I actually played the Marvel collection for about 90 minutes, and we actually played a lot of Marvel 2 because it was working. Then it crashed. And it crashes the game. I open it up, it won't let me play Marvel 2 again. So I got like 90 minutes of Marvel 2, and that was it. Not even. It was like 45, 50 minutes of Marvel 2, and that was it. I couldn't play it anymore. Okay? So then tonight for Friday Night Fights, it was more of the collection, and I'm going to be honest, I wish that I had played more Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, because I played it at the very end of the stream, and I remembered I liked the game. I actually remembered certain gameplay elements and things about it that I actually enjoyed, but I barely played it. I only played it like 20 minutes. I did play a lot of Marvel 1 against a good player, and sadly, it was almost unplayable because the rollback netcode wouldn't allow me to block fast. So this guy's rushing me down, with Wolverine, and I'm just trying to block it. It won't block. Like, what's going on? I'm not attacking. I'm not holding up or down. I'm just down back. It won't block. It just hits anyway. And he's getting free combo over and over. And I'm like, this is the problem with rollback. Constant dropped inputs. It's just shitty. So there was some good gameplay. I did do a lot of sets. I actually did play more Marvel 2 tonight, and I did some dominating gameplay. And there are actually some really good sets in X-Men vs. Street Fighter against a really good player that was kicking my butt. So it was good stuff overall. But the thing is, now I've played this game for 2 straight days. I need to give it a rest. I'm all marveled out now. And this is what would happen back in the day, too. You'd play too much of the same kind of games, and then you get tired. So I would take a break from arcades. So I'm actually very grateful right now that I'm actually going to take this break, and I'm not going to, continue. I'm just going to say, okay, step back now for many days. Let's do other things other than the Marvel collection. Okay, so we will. But overall, great day. And by the way, once again, we crushed it. Support goals hit yet again, which means tomorrow on the day stream, when we hit the King streak, I'm ordering food, and we're going to do a live edition of Feasting with the King that will take place after the Warhammer gameplay finishes. So let's talk about that, okay? So tomorrow, finally, no Street Fighter, no Marvel collection. Instead, we're back to normalcy. We'll have a podcast in the morning, and I got to figure out what I want to talk about on this podcast, because quite honestly, there's a lot of things going on right now, different topics that I want to investigate. Someone apparently did send me the follow-up videos for LTG, so I actually can react to his reaction again if I so want to. I want to, take a look and make sure that they're real or whatever and not edited bullshit. But if they are, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We'll see what else is going on in gaming, because a lot has happened. Game studios are imploding, like Annapurna Interactive and stuff, so maybe we want to talk about stuff like that. We'll see. All right, but it'll be a fun podcast. And then after that, it's the continuation of Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. I really liked this game back on Tuesday, and I'm very much looking forward to jumping into it again for another 3 hours tomorrow. Then tomorrow night on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's finally the continuation of Astrobot, another game that I really liked last week, and I'm looking forward to more. And finally, it took a whole freaking week, but we're getting back to it. And then these 2 games, Warhammer and Astrobot, will be staples of the main rotation that we're going to try to get more gameplay into and get deeper into over the week, okay? So that's tomorrow. Now, if we hit the King's Streak goal during the daytime stream, I made the covenant, oh God, I shouldn't have said that. I made the agreement with everyone that I would order food live and that we would actually do a feasting with the king, because there's not going to be another one till like Halloween. So as long as we hit it, the second we hit it, I'll go talk to my wife, we'll order food, and we'll go from there. All right, but it should be great. I get the feeling we're going to do it. I mean, the momentum is there. We keep hitting it every day. And I appreciate everyone who's coming by and supporting all the content. And I'm feeling good. I think tomorrow's going to be a great day of variety and not fighting games for once, which is going to be good. And it should be a good day. All right, so enjoy the content from today. Tons of fighting game stuff, plus all the interview stuff. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. And tomorrow, we be refreshed. We jump back in feet first into variety of gameplay, okay? Thank you guys all. Have a good night. See you all tomorrow, and peace out.